First Samuel chapter 1 verse 8. Chapter 28 verse 8. So Saul disguised himself. He put on different clothes, and after dark he went with two of his men to see the woman. Consult the spirit for me and tell me what is going to happen. He said to her, call up the spirit of the man I name. I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Almighty Yahweh Yahushai. I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Almighty Yahweh Yahushai. Double honors to the men of GMS who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Brother Boaz on the set once again. Saul disobeys Yahweh, okay? And what this means in contrast to us, we have to have a 100%, 144% in the name of Yahweh Yahushai and keep 10 toes down, okay? We're going to go into how Saul disobeyed Yahweh, okay, how he was rejected, okay? Let's get into it. Turn to the book of Samuel. The book of Samuel, chapter 15, verse 22. Saul said, what does the Lord Yahweh prefer? Obedience or offerings and sacrifices? It is better to obey than to sacrifice the best sheep to him. Rebellion against him is bad as witchcraft, and arrogance is sinful as artery. Because you rejected Yahweh commands, he has rejected you as king. So we see with Saul, and we don't want the same actions to happen to us, okay? You see what happened with Saul, okay? So Saul disobeyed Yahweh Yahushai, and he was rejected, okay? So you want to keep 10 toes down. You want to call upon the names of Yahweh Yahushai while the doors of mercy are still open, okay? That's what this is all about. Let's get into it. The book of 1 Samuel chapter 28, verse 15. Samuel said to Saul, you have disturbed me. Why did you make me come back? Verse 16. Samuel said, why do you call me when Yahweh has abandoned you and become your enemy? Yahweh has done to you what he told you through me. He has taken the kingdom away from you and given it to David instead. You disobeyed Yahweh's command and did not completely destroy the Amalekites and all they had. This is why Yahweh is doing this to you now. He will give you and Israel over to the Philistines tomorrow. You and your sons will join me, and the Lord Yahweh will also give the army of Israel over to the Philistines. At once Saul fell down and lay stretched out on the ground, terrified by Samuel's had said. He was weak because he did not eat anything all day and all night. The woman went over to him and saw that he was terrified. So she said to him, "Please, sir, I risk my life by doing what you ask. Now, please do what I ask. Let me fix you some food you must eat so that you will be strong enough to travel." Okay, so that's what this is about. Okay, Saul's disobedience. Okay, and you want to be obedient to Yahweh Yahushai. Okay, it's wickedness to consult a medium. Okay, one moment. Looking for the medium. So while I'm looking for this scripture, once again, you have to keep 10 toes down and keep calling upon the names of Yahweh Yahushai. That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. Keeping. This is a book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 27. If any man or woman who consults the spirits of the dead shall be stoned to death, any of you that do this are responsible for your own death. Okay, so that's what this thing's all about. Okay, and Samuel knew this. Okay, but he disobeyed Yahweh Yahushai. The book of First Samuel, chapter 31, verse 7. When the Israelites on the other side of Jezreel Valley and east of the Jordan heard that Saul and his army has fled, and that Saul and his sons have been killed, they abandoned their towns and fled. Then the Philistines came and occupied the towns. The day after the battle, the Philistines went to plunder the corpses and they found the body of Saul and his sons lying on the Mount Gilboa. They came and cut off Saul's head, stripped off his armor, and sent messengers with them throughout Palestine to tell the good news to their idols and to their people. Then they put his weapons in the temple of the god Ashtaroth, and they nailed his body on the wall of the city of Bethsaida. When the people of Kadesh, Chaldea heard what the Palestinians have done to Saul, the bravest men started out marching all night to Bethsaida. They took down the bodies of Saul and his sons from the wall, brought them back to Gibeah and burned them there and buried them there. Then they saw the bones and buried them under the tamarind tree in the town and fasted for 7 days. Okay, so once again, you see what happened to Saul. Okay, and Yahweh Shai is going to require the obedience of us. That now, seeing when this RFID chip comes. The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. The beast forced the people, small and great, rich and poor, slave and free, to have a mark placed upon their right hand and on their foreheads. No one could buy or sell without this mark, that is the beast's name, or the number that stands for the name. This calls for wisdom. Whoever is intelligent can figure out the meaning of the number of the beasts, because the number stands for the name of someone. Its number is 666. Okay, so when this thing comes out, okay, you're gonna have to have full obedience to Yahweh Shai. Okay, obedience is better than sacrifice. Okay, you're gonna have to have full obedience to Yahweh Shai. Okay, that's what this is all about. Okay, one moment. Okay, so you have to call upon the Yahweh Shai if you want to make it out of here with your life, like we discussed on multiple occasions. If you want to make it out of here with your life when this thing goes down. The book of Micah, chapter 6, verse 6. What shall I bring to Yahweh, the power of heaven, when I come to worship him? Shall I bring the best calves to burn as offerings to him? Will he be pleased if I bring thousands and sheep of endless streams of olive oil? Shall I offer him my firstborn child to pay for my sin? No, Yahweh has told you what is good. What he requires of us is this: to do what is just, to constantly love, and to live in humble fellowship with our power, okay? That's what this thing's about, okay? You have to have completely, a complete posture in the names of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 4. Israel, remember this: Yahweh and Yahweh alone is our power. Love Yahweh your power with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might and strength. Never forget these commands that I'm giving you today, okay? And we see what happens, okay, when you stray from Yahweh Yahushai, okay? You see what happens, okay? It's detrimental, okay? It's not worth it, okay? Obedience is better than a sacrifice. Okay, moving on. Let's turn to the book of First Chronicles, chapter 10, verse 13. Let's see what that has to say. First Chronicles chapter 10, verse 13. Saul died because he was unfaithful to Yahweh. He disobeyed Yahweh's command. He tried to find guidance in consulting the spirits of the dead instead of consulting Yahweh. So Yahweh killed him and gave control of the kingdom to David, the son of Jesse. Okay, so you want to keep Yahweh, Yahweh Shai's commands, okay? This thing is serious, okay? You don't want to get put to death, okay? And we know that we have to go through many persecutions and tribulations, okay? When this thing goes down, that's what this thing is called for. And on that note, hopefully you is well edified. I like to give all praises and honor to Almighty Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.